Welcome back to more Toy Story 2, everyone. Nintendo Gen 64 is here, and I am joined by Crystal Fissure, and today we're going to go into Owl's Spaceland, which is level 8.
Yes, everyone.
This is part 8, I
It's
think.
here. Yes, it is. It is part of it. Angus has done an exceptional job being able to do one level per part, something that most of us couldn't do. For example, our good friend, what's his name? Mr. Fraser Films 2000, 13 parts to get up to level 5. So, yes.
Shameful. Shameful, shameful, shameful. So that's actually how you're supposed to kill those guys, with the spin attack. But, what do you want to say something about Owl's Spaceland?
Love to say something about it. My theory about this, and Angus talked about this in the previous part, briefly touched upon how it could be like, basically the idea of an aisle dedicated to Buzz. But what I think it is, and I think you agree now, is that I think that it's actually an area of Owl's Toy Barn that we don't see in the movie that's 100% dedicated to Buzz in terms of the theme. Because if you look on the wall there, you'll see it says arcade, and there is an arcade section in this level for kids. So I reckon this is like a special area for kids where it's like, hey, look, it's Buzz Lightyear everywhere. Buzz Lightyear on the walls, the aliens, Zurg, you know what I mean? It really is an Owl, a toy store, a Buzz Lightyear area. Do you know what I mean?
It really is an Owl's Space Land. So yeah, you're collecting LGMs, or little green men, in this level. And I just had to get that life, even though I already have max lives. Yeah, so you can actually... this level is definitely still inside Owl's Toy Barn. The floor just gives it away. It's the exact same floor.
Yep.
And it's all space themed, and we're coming up on a mini boss here in a second, as soon as I get to it, which is just over here. You have to like scale the mobile, the baby mobile for some reason. And do you reckon this Buzz here is the evil Buzz that you see in Toy Story 2?
Yeah, he's not evil, but yeah, I think
thinks is Buzz Lightyear. And doesn't think he's a toy. That Buzz. Do you think it's the same Buzz?
I think it is the same Buzz. Yeah.
Well, he's trying to kill us for some reason, so let's kill him. And he just surrenders, and he's like waving his hand in the air, and see, look at him.
That definitely is. He's like kind of got that goofy feel that the Buzz has at the end of Toy Story 2. You know what I mean? You know how he's like, "Thanks, Dad," and he like plays with Thingo.
Zurg.
Yeah. Actually, as well as that, it also would represent the fact that, you know how Buzz feels like he's kind of obsolete because he doesn't have like the new upgrades and shit? It's typical of the new Buzz to have a new car, you know what I mean, like dedicated to him, while the normal Buzz doesn't have anything like that.
Yeah, I know what you mean, definitely. This here is like some kind of arcade, and we've got some weird 2D side-scroller thing happening over there, and we've got some like car racing game here. I don't know what the deal with that is. Like, this is supposed to be 1999, is it not? Haven't video games evolved past that in arcades, or are they still playing games from like the 70s and 80s?
Arcades are still popular.
Yeah, but
for example,
games they've got in arcades like these days? Even 10 years ago, they had better games than this.
Yeah, true.
Oh, this
Magic
challenge.
Yeah.
Oh, come on. Did I get it?
No.
Oh god, yeah, this is a really annoying challenge. You have to kind of like maneuver the claw thing. I don't even get how it works. It's basically like you just stomp this button a bunch of times, and you have to try and like get it so it gets over the thing.
Yeah. Yeah, I think so. It doesn't really make much sense.
And it's fitting that we got some claw machine in this level, when we're also collecting like LGMs as well.
Yeah, you're right. I got a question. Do you reckon, this is another theory I have about this level, do you think that this level is the developers' chance at trying to make like a... Because, an iconic location in Toy Story 1 is Pizza Planet. I feel like this level is kind of what they would have done similarly to a Pizza Planet level if there was a Toy Story 1 video game, I reckon. Do you know what I mean? Because if you think about it, it's kind of got that Pizza Planet vibe. Do you know what I mean? It really does. It does have that Pizza Planet vibe. But you know, obviously they made it into a space land. Do you know what I mean?
I think so. I think this is an excuse to do a bunch of like arcadey stuff, like, you know, because Pizza Planet doesn't actually appear in Toy Story 2 at all. So
No, it doesn't.
oh, come on, yeah, that's got to be it. Yeah, there we go. Okay, that's a really touchy thing. I don't even get like it's all luck basically. I think didn't you take ages in your part to get that one as well?
Did, yes, and in speedrun, my speedrun was Sodgeball for IS7, it took me like 3 minutes. I was an idiot.
So yeah, I think this is basically like the developer's wet dream of having a chance to make some arcade type level in a Toy Story game. Definitely. And
I agree.
Now we have to get back up there because there's a LGM in the kiddie pool thing, the you know, the ball pit. So I have to get up there. I don't know, our Spaceland is kind of a longish level, so this might be the first two-parter for a single, like, non-backtracking level. Who knows? I don't know.
No, you won't. 2 parts, because I remember in my LP when I was even shit at this game, I beat it in like 10 minutes. So it is possible.
Yeah, okay, we'll
Trust
see.
me.
This thing here, I don't know if you've ever played Muppet Race Mania, but there's like a thing called Funfair, which also has a ball pit, and Traveller's Tales have done a very similar thing with the balls that they did in Muppet Race Mania in Funfair. Like, it's almost exactly the same as the ball pit in that game. With like how you walk around and balls come out behind you. Very similar.
Yep. Yep, nah, might as well recycle it.
Yeah, well, this game,
well.
I've spoken about this for a bit. I spoke about it quite a lot in my Alleys and Gullies part. But the music is very reminiscent of Muppet Race Mania, just due to the fact that they have the same developers.
Which is funny because then you've got which are all done by like different developers. Who is Toy Story Racer done by again? Traveller's Tales?
Yeah, Traveller's Tales.
So the music in Toy Story Racer, no, sorry, not Spyro. Toy Story Racer, Monsters Inc. PS2, and Stuart Little 2 all have the same sounds. You know that you know, like that kind of goofy, upbeat, weird sound that they use in like Toy Story Racer, that happy-go-lucky sort of instrument. They use that in Monsters Inc. as well. So it's kind of weird, actually.
Yeah, I know what you mean. Definitely. It's the Traveller's Tales. They must have like the same musician every time.
Here's the thing: both Stuart Little was done by Magenta, and Monsters Inc. was done by Artificial Mind and Movements. But like maybe they got the same producer for 3 different developing games.
I like this here. They have the Emperor Zurg shelf, I guess you want to call that. See, they have the Emperor Zurg shelf. Quickly get off here, and there's the 3rd LGM. See, the Emperor Zurg stuff, and there's his box, and you know, I always felt sorry for Zurg in Toy Story 2, because like he's just like putting like the loose toys item box area. Like Zurg doesn't actually have his own aisle or anything in Toy Story 2.
Doesn't deserve it. Zurg is a anti-hero. He is the Walter White of Toy Story.
Zurg's cool.
He's the Tony.
I thought he had a cool design.
I like him.
And there's another LGM. So yeah, actually we're almost done this level, to be honest. I think there's like 1 challenge left to do. There's Ham.
A spot in the grand final of IS7.
Oh yeah, the challenge that caused me a speed run. Actually, let's just take a look. Look how big the roof is in our Spaceland. Look at this. It just goes up and up. It just never ends. This is the gateway to heaven, my friends. If such a place existed. Yeah. So yeah. This level's nice. I like the star kind of pattern on the wall here. Very cool. That's the wrong aisle there. Come down this aisle here, where we have a bunch of LGM toys. Actually, they're called Mr. Martian, apparently. That's their... Actually, in the Toy Story series, they're called LGMs. Little Green Men. I should probably explain that acronym.
Buzz Lightyear of Star Command as well.
Yeah, that's where they actually name them. Like, they just call them zealots in in the Toy Story movie. In Toy Story.
Yes, yes, they are. That is one of the best scenes. Stop it, just jealous.
Alright, time to race this this guy who's a little alien. I hate this challenge.
Don't blame me.
Oh, see, right there, right there. Already failed.
I like. Right. Yep.
Oh, actually, I don't know. Actually, I think I have already failed. Basically, it's like a zip line race thing. We have to race him down like the zip line here. And
Yeah.
if I'd known this trick earlier, then I wouldn't have failed. Wow.
Perhaps not.
Alright, so there's our 5th LGM. And here's the guy that wants him. Some like mothership or something. I don't even know what the hell this thing is. It's like some robot LGM actually. It kind of looks like it has 3 eyes. See?
Yeah, it does.
Alright, time to do that race again. Yeah, good thing it like restarts. Like, it would be a really dick move if they made it so that you had to exit the level and come back in and do the race again. But Owl Spaceland is fair. And
Yes, it is.
It's interesting. There's like, what, 3 levels named after Owl in this game, and you don't actually see Owl properly. Like, there's no sprite of Owl in this game at all.
Actually, see, in the Bug's Life game, you see Hopper quite a lot, but in this game, yeah, you don't see. I guess because they could, it would be difficult to program a human, and maybe as well as that, like it's like there are a fair share of villains in this game. If you think about it, every level has like a boss, like a smaller boss, and then you've also got
There we go.
real bosses. So there's plenty of bosses in this game. There's plenty of enemies.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, there are. There's all. I mean, you know, Owl's like the primary antagonist. Actually, no, Prospect. I don't even know who the primary antagonist of Toy Story is, but regardless, I just beat Owl Spaceland. No thanks to you.
Congrats. Thank you.
I said no thanks to you. So that's another level down the hatch, and getting ever closer to finishing this game. There's one.
In the next part, we're pretty shit level. Actually, it's probably the only level I don't like, but I've got a few things to say if
Toy-Barn Encounter. You don't like Toy-Barn Encounter, huh?
Not really, but
Alright.
that's for the.
Yeah, we'll do that in the next pod. Alright, see you then, guys.